Hi, I'm Jason Debley, and tonight's whiskey review is Ledaig from the Isle of Mull. Here's the bottle. So it's spelled, if you were to look at it phonetically in English or American Canadian English, it would be Ledaig. But in Scotland, on the Isle of Mull, depending on the accent, it is Ledaig. Or I've also read Ledaig, but a Scottish friend said Ledaig. The distillery is actually closing for about 2 years, starting, I think it was this past March 2017. It's going to undergo a big refurbishment, but there's plenty of this whiskey available, and I think you'll see it in a lot of different liquor stores. It seems to be very common lately in Canada. Ledaig 10-year-old single malt is Unchillfiltered, 46.3% alcohol by volume, cork stopper, no artificial coloring. So at 46.3, it packs quite a wallop. Now, Ledaig is produced by a distillery called Tobermory. Tobermory, as I said, is on the Isle of Mull, the only distillery on the Isle of Mull. And Tobermory makes two styles of whiskey: a peated, heavily peated, smoky, briny whiskey, which is what Ledaig is, and the other style of whiskey is a Oloroso sherry and unpeated, but quite sherried. And an example would be Tobermory 15-year-old. It comes in a fancy box and is quite expensive. Now, this particular style of whiskey from the Tobermory distillery is, like I said, unpeated, sherried, expensive, and get this, not very good. I've had 2 different bottles of this, and it's like beef jerky, barbecue sauce, and just something wrong with it. A bit of a sulfur note in 2 different bottlings, and I think it's just poor cask quality. The Tobermory distillery is not one of high renown. But tonight, so I don't recommend Tobermory 15. But tonight we're looking at Ledaig. So I'll put that there, and we will focus on Ledaig. This is 750 milliliter format, like I said, cork stopper, artificial coloring, no, and no chill filtering. Okay, so undiluted, this is a big dog whiskey. I mean, on the nose, big time smoke. You know, branches, clam bake, down on the beach, sea air really coming at you. It's mildly antiseptic too. And it's kind of earthen. But you're getting that tar, ropes like a ship tied up at a dock. Now, on the palate, in the past, 2 previous bottles of Ledaig, 10-year-old I've had, were very good, and I kind of enjoyed them neat. But this particular bottle, I prefer to add water, but I'm going to try it neat just for a second. Big whiskey, salty, peppercorn, brine, sea air, big peat. There is a sweetness, a ginger sweetness. The finish, ginger, kippers. Really reminds me of smoked mackerel. A real black smoke. Sharp peppercorns. I like it neat, but I think at 46.3% alcohol by volume, it calls for a bit of water. How much water? That's up to you. Maybe a pinch more. I really think you need a bit of water with this. Smooths it right out. Not totally. Brings out more of an oak note. I like this particular bottling with a bit of water. Previous 2 bottles I had, no water, so it's up to you. The bottom line is, Ledaig is a peated, smoked Isle of Mull whiskey for people who like Isla malts. If you like the traditional Speyside, honey, marzipan, caramel, Chivas Regal, Craigenmore, or Glenfiddich 15 style whiskey, you're not going to like this. If you're a big peat smokehead fan who likes Bowmore 12, you like Laphroaig, Ardbeg 10-year-old, or Laphroaig quarter cask, I think Ledaig is worth checking out. It's also at a reasonable price point. So again, what do you like? If you're in the smoky, big peat flavor camp and you enjoy that, you'll like this. Thanks for tuning in. Cheers.